Yes, it is a little redundant to wear a hood and a hat, but that's just the way it is. So tomorrow's going to happen and it's going to end up being yesterday. And now is going to be tomorrow, but then tomorrow is going to be now. Time is a weird, funky thing. And inside your mind, time can be meddled with a little bit, and your memories can be changed and shifted on how time is viewed by the subconscious of when that event happened in your mind. And this specifically is for tricking your mind into feeling it did what you're going to do tomorrow 30 years ago. But you can take a step back and apply this to like a really difficult situation you're going through. You can trick your mind to believe that it's already gone through it. So then when you are going through it in real time, it's a lot easier and a little bit less pressure. You almost feel pulled through it supernaturally. And here is how you set up for this. I want you to sit down and take some really deep breaths, centering breaths, and then tighten your core, breathe in really, really deep, and then tighten your core even more. And so what you're doing is you're treating your lungs like billows by forcing the air into the alveoli, maybe, but forcing the air into your bloodstream even more by tightening the core. While you do this, bring your attention to the base of your brain, the tip of your spine, because we're about to go into imagination land up in your brain, and you're going to want to get oxygen up there, and you're supercharging your brain for work right now. Now, imagine that you have your own personal library, and this is with your eyes closed. You open the door and you walk in and you sit down behind a big desk. Once you sit down there, I want you to kind of get a feel for it. Like, do you have a pen there? Do you have big, large bookshelves? A big window overlooking a garden? What does it look like in there? The next thing, what I want you to do is imagine that this is 30 years in the future. Let's say you're 70 to 80 years old and you're writing your memoirs, or you're just writing out your life because it's been so eventful and there's been so many lessons. You're at the end of it, it's twilight, and you're like, you know what? I need to share the events of this life to help other people navigate it. So you're sitting down, you're about to start writing, and you're looking back over your life, and you're like, ooh, here was some really traumatic events that were tough while I was going through it, but they turned out to be some of the most pivotal points in my life. And these are the lessons I learned. And if I can share these lessons with other people, they won't have to struggle nearly as much navigating these difficult times. So next, now you're in the identity of being 30 years in the future. You're about to write. And I want you to write down something along these lines. This is for if you're going through a really difficult situation. I want you to write down in your imagination at your desk in the future, this was a really difficult time. And validate your emotions. Be like, you know what? Anybody going through this would feel this way. But I navigated this with grace and with ease. I was focused. I chose things very carefully, and my actions were very purposeful. And once I was through it, it almost felt like magic. And the lessons I learned were very, very valuable, and I'm going to share them. And leave it at that. That little paragraph encompasses your whole event you're going through right now. Now, you imagine you're closing the book, and let's say the lesson was, I learned to be resilient and be careful with my choices. And this is what I want to share with other people, that you're stronger than you think you are. Back to closing the book, and then you put it away. Now I want you to take another deep breath. Tighten that core, fill the lungs up, tighten the core even harder, and shoot that energy up to your brain. Focus on the tip of your brain. Nope, the base of your brain, the tip of your spine. Always get those confused. Now, pull back out from this. Imagine you get up from your desk and you walk out of the library. Now what I want you to do is have yourself in like a 5,000 foot view perspective. Like you're way up there looking down your life. And look at the main building blocks or the main things that are going on in your life. Take those and just be like, you know what? I don't know exactly what to do with these. And I want you to create a black hole in the back of your brain. Take all those pieces of what's going on right now and throw them in that black hole. And just leave it at that and be done. What I've found this technique does, it's like the universe pops back out a solution a few days later when it's ready, when the solution comes to us. And it kind of takes away from just looking at the situation of like, I can't do this, what to do, how do I do that, blah, 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 freaking out. It's like, you know what? I'm going to be patient. And when I come up with a solution, I will act on it. Now you have a memory of your subconscious seeing you writing about this event 30 years in the future. So now your subconscious thinks it's already happening. So it's going to be easier to find the solutions or thinks that it's already happened. Like I said, now it's going to be easier for your subconscious or your intellect, whichever one is going to be searching the most, to find that solution. Or your reticular activating system, that's like seeking for the solutions. So now it's like, what did I do during this time? Like, what was the choice? Oh, yes, did this. It was wise. It was smart. And now you're going to be embodying this future version of you who is wiser, smarter, and more careful navigating these situations. Now let's take this and look at a task list for tomorrow. If you have a task list and you want to get some stuff done, I want you to read that task list, and whatever the task is, I want you to imagine in your mental library again that everything that would take to get it done. And in your mind, it doesn't take a lot of time. You can quickly give yourself an overview of all the things that need to be done. And then you go to the next thing, you read it, and you go through all the stuff that needs to be done, visualizing you doing it. And since you're in your library and you are in the identity of 30 years in the future, you're looking like this already happened. So go through each one of those, and visualize it out completely. And look, and the way I want you to do this visualization is imagine that you're remembering it when you're visualizing, going through all those tasks and all the details it takes to get them done through the lens of, I am remembering how I did this. And you're actually creating memory, and then you're putting in the code of it's already happened, and this is a memory. So then when it comes time to do those things, it's far easier when you navigate through it because your subconscious feels like it's already done it. It's already completed it. And these could be brand new tasks that you've never done. But when you do something several times, it becomes easier and you get more confident. But this way, you're actually tricking your brain into being confident. Of like, this has already been done. I got this. I can do it. And it was done many years ago. Yet you're going to go do it tomorrow. It makes it a lot easier. Try it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Also, if you watch these videos, the last one got like 8 whole views, and you like them, will you subscribe to this channel? I'm at 950 viewers or people subscribed. And I'm really trying to grow it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I went through a spiritual awakening a couple of years ago. I know a little bit about that stuff. I guess I would say I'm a disciplined hippie. And also, if there's any videos you'd like to see or like me to talk about, like navigating really tough times in life, just ask about that, because I've been through divorce, been through like just, let's say, your childhood trauma, wartime stuff, PTSD, pills, drinking, just a whole bunch of things. And also healing my inner child, healing from, betrayal by family, just a whole bunch of stuff. And I can talk about this and help you navigate yours as well. That's not saying you're specifically going through these things, but that's why I freaking have this channel. I want to help people. It's like, I've done a lot of crap. I've made it through a lot of crap. Now let me help you help yourself. And also, go to the school platform, or in the link on this YouTube channel, you can go set up a discovery call with me, because I teach some really, really in-depth work in my school community that's very, very valuable. Like the character trigger, encoding tomorrow, which I touched on today, and then the human startup protocol, and then recoding memories or reformatting memories. That's a super crucial one. I'm done. Roadhouse, spiritual hard.